YouTube, what's good, man? Amazulu 1, Chiefs 3, Moses Mabhida Stadium. The Nabi era is off to a very good start. I'll take it, man. I'll take the win. 2 games, 2 wins, and we're up there with Sundowns and Pirates. It's a good position to be in before the game against Tunis AFC on Saturday at FNB. I heard people on Facebook complaining about the performance in the second half, saying that we can't manage the game well. We're not good at game management. But man, what do you expect? We're not Sundowns and Pirates where when we're leading 3-0, we can play tiki taka and showboat when we're leading 3-0. We can't. We're not the type of team yet. We're still transitioning into a team like those teams. So we obviously the second half was a very very horrible to see, honestly. But as long as we got over the line, that's all that matters. As I said, man, I've been saying for the past 6 months that use of Marat and Castillo doesn't work. It simply doesn't work, man. They ruined because the midfield is the connection between the defense and the attack. And Amazulu was dominating us in the second half, and we soaked up the pressure very well. But the reason we got dominated that much was because Yusuf Malt and Castillo, it's the same type of player. Number 8. Castillo did nothing, man. And Yusuf Malt had a horrible game even in the first half. As I said, man, the back four wasn't protected in the second half. It simply wasn't, man. And I told you, when Blom is tired or when Blom isn't fit, who's there to replace him? It has to be one man only. One man only. Oxum Tetwa. He's the only natural CDM that you have in the squad, man. Yusuf Bad and Castillo are very good players, but they can't play together. They can't play together. I'm sorry. You saw in the second half. They can't play together. It has to be Oxum Tetwa to protect that back four because he's a CDM. At least he knows what he's doing. And now there's one man I like to talk about. One man that we have to talk about today, Inacio Miguel. What a player. What a player, man. He was literally everywhere. Ndwari and Totley, they didn't get tested in the first game against Mamelodi Gallants and in the first half of this game. They only got tested in the second half for the first time in a Chiefs shirt in the second half because midfield was open. You know why? Because Inacio Miguel was literally everywhere in the first game and in the first half of this game today. Inacio Miguel was everywhere, offensively and defensively. Inacio Miguel is the type of player who fights with the number 9 and then Totley has free space to be a sweeper. Inacio Miguel was literally everywhere. For the first goal for Chivaviro, he was the one who made the interception, and then for the goal, he scored himself. He was everywhere, literally, my man of the match. I'm giving him a 10 out of 10 rating for the game today. Literally perfect, man. It's a long way back for Msimango and Itloka back to the first team, as we said before. A long way back, because, as we said, Msimango was too soft on the ball the previous season. He was scared to face the number 9. But Inacio Miguel isn't scared of anything, man. You can see this is a continental defender. And he's got lots of experience. Should we qualify for CAF Champions League or CAF Confederations, this is the type of player that we should take into war. I trust this guy going into war. Possibly a future Chiefs captain if he keeps it up. What a player, man. And Yusuf Mount, man, I'm tired of defending him. I'm really, really tired of defending Yusuf Mount, man. I'm my favorite player in the team. I think one of our best players in the squad when he's on form, but he hasn't had a good game in like months now. He hasn't had a good game in months. I think it's time to start Castillo. Yusuf Malt, like so many misplaced passes, even when we were leading 3-0, so many misplaced passes. And for a crucial role like him as a number 8 who connects the midfield and the defense, the defense and the attack, he has to do better. He simply has to do better. I don't know, man. I don't know how we can get the best out of Yusuf Malt. But Njabula Blom seems to give him the freedom to do his long passes and champagne passes because that's where we want Yusuf Malt, everywhere, box to box. But he couldn't live up to, he couldn't do it today. And let's talk about Amazulu, man. Horrible performance from them in the first half. They played better in the second half, but they have good players, man. They're literally good players. I don't know what they were doing in the first 30 minutes because Chiefs wasn't even at second gear in the first half. If Chiefs switched up gears, then I think we would have scored 5 or 6, literally. You have Mobara, a guy who marked Neymar in the 2016 Olympics, literally opened up for Sereno like he's an under 12 defender. Phillies, part of the prime Cape Town City side, horrible today. And I keep like him so but I feel like he may as well play Willie Moto who's off form because the keeper wasn't there. He was non-existent today. You have Ethan Brooks, man, a former Bafana player. nowhere to be seen. Ben Mutare, veteran, nowhere to be seen. Hanamu, one of the best left backs in the country, horrible today in the first half. Horrible. But you still have to give credit to Kaizer Chiefs because you still have to score those goals. The curler from Sereno. Not many players scored that goal in the PSL. Not many players scored a goal in the PSL. Chivaviro, a number 9's finish. He didn't play well, but that's a number 9's finish. Short power, gives him the rebound. On to player ratings. Here's a disclaimer. I think I'm going to give all the subs a 6 because none of the subs made a huge difference to the game, man. I think they set us back. I think the most critical sub was the one of Jabulo Blom being substituted off for Castillo. I think that's what set us back. I'm crying out from Tetwa. I'm crying out, but no one will listen to me. Okay, let's begin. Mtwari. I think a 6.5. A 6.5. He was tested very well. He was tested to some extent today. We haven't seen if he's a very good goalkeeper or not. We know he's a good goalkeeper, but in the Chiefs side we haven't seen much, so I'll give him 6.5 because he was tested. The goal wasn't his fault, man. I think we just switched off as a team collectively. So I think a 6.5. And then Ignacio Miguel, I give him a 9, a 9.5. Literally everywhere, man. A ball playing centre back, not afraid to ask for the ball. Is physical. He has everything in a centre back that you need in the modern era. So Ignacio Miguel, I'll give him a 9.5. That's just my rating. And then Dudley, I'll give him a 7. He tested in the second half. I know he's a very good centre back, very composed also. So I'll give Dudley a 7. And then Fosler, I give him a 6. Just steady. I think just steady. And Cross didn't live up to this. Didn't play as well as last week, but he missed a few first touches in the second half. But it is what it is, man. He's still young, can still learn, and he will come good. I'll give Cross a 6. And then Jabulo Blom, I think an 8 because he got the best out of the opposition. That's what I want from a CDM. Protect the back four. Anchorman. That's the job of the anchorman. To protect the back four. To protect the back four. And he did that job very well. You saw in the second half that how the intensity of Chiefs dropped when Jabulo Blom went off. Yusuf Marat, I'll give him a 5, man. I'll give him a 5. My captain, my favorite player. He's disappointing me. I'm Pogba out. I want Pogba man. So I'll give him a 5, man. I think it's time for Castillo to come in. But I don't think that we will drop him for the game against Sundown. So I guess we'll have to wait and see, man. Yusuf Marat, here's a CDM next to you, a proper CDM who you know, who's definitely quality. So if you don't perform under this midfielder, then I think it's time for you to chow bench, to be on the bench. And then Shabalala, I'll give him a 7.5 because the first 20 minutes he was absolutely amazing, man. The long passes, the switches, the assist for Sereno, the decoy run for the goal for Sereno was very important because he confused Mubara. He made the decoy run so Sereno could have so Sereno could shoot. So amazing. I gave Dushala a 7.5. He dropped off as the game went on, but he's still young. He will come good. And then Duba, steady. I think a 7 for a kid who's naturally a striker. Didn't do anything wrong, man. The first touch he could dribble, and I was surprised that he picked Duba over Dupree. I think Nabi likes ball playing wingers. He doesn't like speedy wingers who risk the ball. And Duba kept position very well. He did his job very well, Duba. Wouldn't start Duba against Sundowns, but yeah, very good performance. And then we have Sereno. I think a 7.5 also, man. I think 7.5, not an 8. As I said, the performance dropped for many players in the second half, but those first 20 minutes, Sereno was good. He didn't get the ball as much as he did in the Maroon Gallants game, but because we finished the job inside the first 20 minutes against Amazulu. So Sereno, I'll give him a 7.5, man. It's a big game for him on Saturday, and we've seen it as an ego. If he drops down his ego, then I think Sereno will be good. And then we have Chivaviro. Obviously, his hold-up play isn't that good, man. It's not that good. He didn't play well for me. Like, for a Chief striker, he didn't play well, but he did his job. The goal was a number 9's finish. That's a number 9. Short power, and then you get the lucky deflection back to you because you create your own luck as a player. So I'll give Chivaviro a 7 also. So, man, that's the video, man. Tune in for tomorrow. We're going to have a match preview versus Mamelodi Sundowns. I'm out, man. Thank you.